Hey guys, welcome to Trojan TV. I'm Grace.
And I'm Lauren. Welcome to the first Trojan TV episode of this school year. We are excited to be back with lots of great news and feature stories from around East.
We sure are. Today we have a story on the new policy of hats and hoods, we're checking out the band program, and we have some highlights from our recent Spirit Day.
Let's get right into it.
Trojan TV starts now.
This episode of Trojan TV is sponsored by Dawn Orr for all your ski and beach needs.
So Lauren, have you noticed how many new staff are at East this year?
Yes, I have. The first week was really strange seeing all the new principals.
Agreed. Drew, Cole, and Ivan hit the halls to introduce us to some of the new teachers and administrators. Let's check it out.
One of the many things that happens at the start of a new school year is welcoming new staff into the building. This year, there are many new faces around East. We caught up with some of the new staff from around the school.
This is the fourth state that I have worked and taught in. With teaching orchestra, you kind of go where the jobs are. You go where there are programs, and I've been fortunate enough to work in all sorts of different places. My biggest goal is to work on the size of the groups. My understanding is that these used to be huge orchestras here at East Middle and at Central High School, and we want that back.
I've been teaching for 21 years. I taught at West Middle School for that whole time, and I wanted to come over to East because I wanted a different challenge and just have a different experience. My goals is to get used to the school and to meet as many students and staff as possible and just start forming relationships.
My current position is administrative assistant in the main office, but I also fill in when I'm needed in the wing offices. Goals are to build a rapport with the students and the staff and get to know the students' names by their faces so that I know them better to address them, and do a great job and learn all the facets of my job.
My name is Mr. Kramer. I am actually from Traverse City, born and raised. I have lived in TC my whole life. I've always wanted to be here. And teaching experience, I've been a teacher in the district for about 15 years, all lower L, about first grade and kindergarten. So my current position here right now is actually a complete switch from what I used to do at the elementary school. So now I'm a school counselor, so get to work with students on a variety of behavioral, academic, and career needs.
I've been teaching roughly 20 years. I spent a bulk of my teaching career in Elk Rapids, Michigan, and then I spent 1 year as an assistant principal, athletic director in East Jordan, Michigan, prior to coming here. And so this is my first year here. I'm a sports guy, so if you enjoy sports of any kind, basketball, football, baseball, golf, whatever, come on in, sit down, have a chat. Don't skip class to do it, but come on in, my door's always open. And I'd love to just kind of talk about life in general.
This has been Cole, Drew, and Ivan reporting for Trojan TV.
Hey Grace, hasn't it been great being allowed to wear a hat this year?
Yes, it's awesome. I see a lot of hats throughout the school, and I think it gives students more ways to express themselves.
Yeah, now everyone can tell I'm a Trojan fan. Jack and Andrew sat down with administration to find out why this change happened and how it's going so far.
A big win for students this fall is the addition of hats in the dress code. We checked with the administration and staff to see how the policy is going so far.
I'm in favor of the newly lifted hat policy. I think it creates kind of a more positive environment in the school. I know last year we had a lot of kids wearing hats, and it was kind of, are we doing this, are we not doing this? And it seemed like it caused more confusion than good. And it's good to have just a set policy that we can enforce moving forward.
You know, I think the biggest thing from our perspective too is it's really decreased the amount of negative interactions that we're having with students, right? In the past, you know, a student has their hat on or a hood on, now we're in the hallway during passing time, hey, can you take that off? You know, for us, just not have to worry about that and just kind of focus on learning and I think and building relationships positively. I think that's made a huge difference this school year.
Teachers are finding the change to be a positive one in the classroom.
At first, when I found out the hat policy was changing, I was like, oh no, because we'd been enforcing it for so long, and I thought it would create lots of issues and problems, but my opinion now is it's totally fine, because I haven't really had any issues.
The school board decided over the summer to change the policy after trying it at the high school.
It's nice when another school does a quote-unquote pilot to try something to see how it's going to impact the learning environment. They did it for a few years and we didn't see any impact at the high school with wearing hats, so we moved forward then at the middle schools.
This has been Andrew and Jackson reporting for Trojan TV.
Thanks, guys. Now on to our first classroom feature. We are checking out the EMS band program.
You might have noticed that band students now have 2 teachers, Mr. Deneen and Mr. Vieira. Grant and Noah caught up with the instructors to find out more about the partnership program.
Normally, a student goes to class and has 1 teacher for the subject, but this year, band students get 2 teachers, with a new plan designed to improve the band program in grades 6 through 12.
I love the system of co-teaching. You know, there's so much flexibility. It's good. Team building. Good. What would you say? Community building between us band directors and the students.
By sharing staff, the band students can be part of a larger band instead of just a middle school program.
Mr. Vieira, who's the head director at the high school, he gets to meet all the band students in grades 6 through 12, and that's important as far as the students getting to know him and he getting to know them. So we treat this more as a 6 through 12 band program, 6th grade through 12th grade, rather than 6 through 8 and then 9 through 12.
The students benefit from the area of expertise of each teacher in their type of instrument.
For example, with the 6th graders, he's teaching all the beginning brass players and I'm teaching all the beginning woodwind players, and that's more in our area of specialty, which is great for the program.
Having 2 different band teachers is really fun because you have more support on different sections of the band.
The band staff says teaching both age levels gives a unique perspective on students.
You know, it's interesting because they're, you know, in a lot of ways they're more similar than you might think. You know, they still are learning things about music every day. It's just kind of at a different level of vocabulary. You know, middle schoolers have less musical experience, so we kind of need to walk through things a little bit more versus at the high school level we can kind of just go and do more things and move a little bit faster.
So here's what it looks like when it's too high.
It's going to be really cool to see the 6th graders turn into 8th graders and the 8th graders turn into high schoolers. The high schoolers, you know, coming in as freshmen turning into seniors, getting all the way through that. And just seeing the whole progression will be really cool, and I'm looking forward to seeing that.
This has been Grant and Noah reporting for Trojan TV.
Thanks, guys. Well, that's it for today's episode of Trojan TV. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Trojan TV East, to get all the latest DMC news and feature stories.
And check out our live morning announcements program every weekday at 7:40 a.m. We are leaving you with some sights and sounds from our recent Spirit Day.
Have a great weekend, Trojans. Bye.
If you're not wearing black and gold and black and yellow, you're coming right down here. Guys, not this way. All the way back. All right, come on down. Come on down. Are we ready? Miss Marquardt, are you ready? Students, are you ready? Let me hear you.